The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octonation? It's Charlie. We're going to look at something kind of exciting to me. Hopefully it's exciting to you. It's Atlis electric vehicles. Who is this? This is a sweet truck. I talked about them yesterday, which would be Monday, and I brought them up a little bit, but these things are awesome. We're going to dive on in and get to working on it. So, Mr. John Hodgson, he said, hey, WorkSport WKSP, which is a stock we've done a video on. If you haven't seen that one, take a look. Is partnering with Atlis around the 25-minute mark. I messaged you everywhere I could. Get it to the nation. So I'm getting it to the nation. So WorkSport is the truck bed tonneau cover guys, right? They're the ones who are making the solar panel truck bed thing. Well, they've been saying that they're making deals with a bunch of electric vehicles and stuff, right? Well, they finally announced one of the people, and they had an interview, and it was with this Atlis Motor Vehicles, which is perfect timing because we're just looking into them. So that's kind of cool. So, this WorkSport is going to get money from Atlis, when they start developing them. This isn't like too massive of a thing right now because Atlis still isn't into production right now. I don't know. They didn't state any numbers with it, so it's not a lot of people know about Atlis yet. They just don't. So what happened to the stock today for WorkSport? Let's take a look. It kind of just went down. We had this little rise up to like 30, and then today, that news came out yesterday, and it just barely went up, and then it went down. I think people were hoping it was going to be Lordstown, which the main reason is because people know about Lordstown, or maybe it was Rivian. I'm sorry, it was Rivian who they did like a blog on their website, right? And it wasn't them. Who knows? It could have been GM people were hoping for, but regardless, there was barely any interaction. I think part of it too, though, is there was barely anyone that even watched the video that came out too. So I just don't think a lot of people still know about it. I think that's kind of what's holding it back. So we are going to dive on into this cool looking truck here. Here it is. Okay, so to me, this thing, it kind of looks more Chevy than Ford. I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. I mean, it certainly looks futuristic and different. I just like the straight headlights on it. I like that it looks like it's a little bit higher. It doesn't look like it's a lowrider. It says, like nothing before, welcome to the home of Atlis Motor. We understand you need your truck. From heavy industries to the everyday, it needs to be ultra reliable and practical, while also allowing you to make a statement. The Atlis XT pickups truck can handle the needs of today and deliver more. No burden of fluctuating gas prices, no hassle of long charge times or range anxiety, thanks to the innovative battery design. View the truck. So there's been, some places that have already kind of reviewed it, and they're saying, specs to drool over. This thing is high end. It's high end and it's cool. All the positives with none of the setbacks. Atlis XT truck handles every need from day-to-day use and delivers more. This is a no-compromise truck. Bold new prime. Here we go. Let's get into some numbers. 500-mile range. That's great. So Tesla's, I believe, starts at like 250, and they said if you pay an extra like 15 grand or something like that, you can get the up to 500. So this is on par with Tesla. 0 to 60, 5 seconds. That's so fast, especially in a pickup truck. If it can do that with these mud tires on, that's impressive. That's really impressive. 0 to 65 seconds. Top speed 120. You can go that fast anyway, right? 15-minute charge time, though. That's huge. I mean, a 500-mile range. Dude, you only have to, if you don't travel a lot, what, you got to charge this thing every couple of weeks, every month? That's awesome. And it only takes 15 minutes to charge it. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So they also have ways to reserve it right now, but also invest. We'll get into that in a second here. Said be among the first few to get in your hands on the Atlis XT pickup truck. Secure Atlis XT by placing your name on a reservation list with no money down by clicking the Reserve My Truck button. If you're interested, you can be part of the success by investing in them. So let's take a look at the truck. Let's get into more details here. Whoops. So it's assembled in the USA. That's huge. Go America. Starting at 45 G's. I think that's a very, very doable starting price. I think the Ford Ranger roll-up windows is like there. 45, 50 grand for, you know, a littler pickup with roll-up windows, and this thing blows it out of the water for 45 grand. I think that's awesome. It's got 4-wheel drive with independent traction motors at each wheel. So that's very interesting. That's like limited slip LSD, limited slip differential kind of, but on each wheel. So that'll be interesting. I bet you this thing can just crawl, dude. Be ripping in the, you know, if you're going snowboarding and stuff all the time. 4-wheel independent suspension, great. A single speed gearbox per axle. That's a trip. Huh. Advanced regenerative braking with dynamic load control. So braking recharges, dynamic load control. It's great. Massive front trunk storage. So you gotta get used to that, right? So you pop the trunk and there's nothing in there. Okay. So you've got a trunk in the front. Trunk in the front. 1 million mile life estimated battery. So all the stuff Tesla's touting, remember we've talked about that before, the 1 million mile battery, they're on it. It comes with a spray and bed liner. That's cool. Take it. We're on our mission to revolutionize the way we configure and purchase pickup trucks. Say goodbye to packages and classes. When you purchase our XT pickup truck, choose the vehicle features and compatibilities that meet your needs. Basically says the same thing. You can still pick the way you want to do it, configure it. All right, I don't understand what they're saying there. Charge less. So so they do have different ranges. It's contradict themselves. So you can charge in 15 minutes, no more waiting, no more worrying. Great. Okay, so they do offer 300-mile range, 400-mile range, and a 500-mile range. That's fine, you know. Most dudes, a 300-mile range is plenty. Discover the powerful charging capabilities. Performance amplified 0 to 60 at max. So fully loaded down, it's saying it goes 0 to 60 at 18 seconds, which is fine, I guess. I don't know anything to compare that to. I've never looked that up. Trailer hitch towing capabilities, 6,000, 10,000, 14,000, 17,000. Wow. Fifth wheel and gooseneck towing. So you can do a fifth wheel on it and a gooseneck on it. 20,000, 25, 30, 35,000. This is massive. So this could easily replace your Dodge Ram Dually or whatever you got, man. Payload capacity, 1,000, 2,000, 3,500, 5,000. That's big too, man. That's kind of cool that you can pick that too from the factory, you know, because it's well known that, you know, the stiffer your suspension is to hold more weight and stuff, the stiffer it's going to be, the worse the ride is usually what the trade-off is there. So you have something right in the middle. You can tow any boat you want though with that. Holy Toledo. This is rad. So go anywhere. 12-inch clearance is the standard, which is high, and then 15-inch clearance is optional. That's cool. Take everything. The pickup offers one of the largest usable front and trunk storage areas on the market. It's capable of handling 2 large suitcases, groceries, toolboxes, whatever you need. The air suspension system assists with loading and unloading by lowering for easy access. It's pretty sick. Did they have a picture? Oh yeah, look at that. So here's the headlights. And look, just kind of that center channel just folds down. You can throw stuff in there. That's super awesome, man. Even if you're a contractor, having that extra room in there, you know, and it's totally lockable too, I'm sure. Yeah, locking mechanism. You know, so you could put your expensive tools. Most people don't even think to look under the hood for your wrenches, right? That is awesome. Expand your horizon. So this is neat. Side cameras replace the conventional wing mirrors and provide superior viewing angles. The HD video feed is then displayed on large screens either side of the steering wheel. So there's screens on your side of your steering wheel. Instead of having to look all the way to the left or all the way to the right, it's right there. This system allows you to stay in control of your surroundings. That's really neat. The interior's ready for anything. You can configure the seats how you want. Touch control via the center screen. Material selection for whatever you want. Massive space for storage. Oh, you can get different bed lengths. Oh, sick. So you can get a 6.5-foot bed or an 8-foot bed option. 8-foot bed as standard with dually option. So it's crazy you can get this with a dually, man. Power outlets, 120 volt, 20 amp, 240. You can get a 240 volt, 40 amp power. Wow. That is sick, man. Cab sizes, choose your configuration between a 4-door cab available at launch or a 2-to-2 crew cab coming after. 2+2 crew cab or 4-door cab. Nice. I just hope they have headroom. Air compressor, choose to add an air compressor to your bed. That's cool. So you can air up your tires or your tubes. You all go tubing. So here, and this is rad too. Look at this. Explore the adaptability. So you can get the flatbed. I think this looks bad. I think it's in a good way. I think this looks really cool. I like this. Honestly, I'd be all for this because you can hillbilly it up, or go to your local welder dude and have you put in some sidearms and make you a custom bed for it. How sick would that be to have a custom bed made for that was just as high as it? Because the thing is too, I think you're going to get a lot more depth in your bed, also because of the extra room from not having to have the tranny and stuff in there of how it's set up. And you get a service body or the dually. That's crazy. Oh, look at this service body for like plumbers or whatever. Electrician guys. Nice. Good job, guys. That looks pretty cool. All right. And then, so here is their skateboard. Let's call it their XP platform is what they're calling it. So basically, this is just like Canoe and everyone else. This is, that skateboard setup. It's got the suspension, independent steering stuff, modular subsystem, but it's the skateboard. They can set whatever body they want on top of it. They've got their own skateboard, which is really neat. Look how thick it is. You can tell that it looks like they got some more batteries packed in there or whatever. The charging, the battery, we talked about that. Let's get into the investing now. The battery's sick. I mean, this thing is totally luxury looking. You'd think, just by looking at that, like, even the base model, you'd think it'd probably be around like 65, 75, 80 if you ask me, for sure. For sure. So, this can get kind of confusing, but let's read through it. So Atlis is building products for the people who get work done. We have a lot to prove and much more to show, but we have come so far so quickly already. With so many achievements, industry leading forward, we secure investments from our base of fans, people who align themselves with our take on the world, share our philosophy, and want a better future. So what this is it's basically like, it's kind of like a crowdfunding way to invest in them. It's not like an actual like ticker that you can go and buy on Fidelity or TD Ameritrade or whatever, or Webull. This is basically like a crowd fund, which is kind of weird, right? Crowdfunding a big old truck. Is it going to happen? I don't think so. But I have another opportunity for them. And you probably know what it is if you saw yesterday's video. So they're saying they have $1.79 billion in reservations. I don't know if this is actual. I'm sure what this is people that signed up to reserve it, but they haven't put that money down. I strongly doubt that, because they said you can reserve it with no money down on the first page, right? I think so. So it says right here they've got 3,328 investors, $166 million company value, $8.24 share price, 25,000 reservations. So yeah, 25,000 reservations. 17 million outstanding shares as of 8/28, as of a couple weeks ago. And so far they have raised 1 million, let's call it like $1 million. They have a $25 million target. So they're 1/25th of getting there. With 2 million raised from previous crowdfunding campaigns. So they've already done other campaigns. They got 2 million. Now we need to get 25. We have made significant progress. Now we're opening our Reg A. So the Reg A is like I was saying, that's just a way to say a crowdfunding campaign to raise 25 million, which enables us to take the next big steps, building our production-ready prototypes of the XP platform, battery pack, fast charging infrastructure. So why 25 million? And how are we going to spend it? That's the fun part, right? 54% equipment machinery, 7% SG&A, 1% other OPEX, 33% research R&D, 4.5% on facilities. They got to have a place to do it. They got to have a roof, got to have a bathroom, refrigerator. Our currently priority to raise funding to complete the development and testing and take us into the early small scale manufacturing phase. This includes expanding our facilities, growing our team, deploying charging stations, and more. We have finalized many technical requirements for the vehicle and will continue to refine these requirements as we develop the full scale working prototype. So they don't even have the full scale working prototype yet. Of course they don't know. I've only raised a couple $1 million of the XT truck. This effort will involve many short-term and long-term partnerships with organizations that can assist Atlis Motor Vehicles in bringing the XT pickup to truck to prototype and then production. We are hoping to begin a pre-order campaign as soon as we get closer to the start of manufacturing. Start pulling in money from it. So this is kind of confusing though, because on here they're showing like, okay, 2020 Q1, XT truck design development, Atlis charging design, XP platform testing, production, prototype, charging demo. They're just kind of going in line all the way to Q4 2021, so it already puts us at the end of next year. They're not really saying if they can even do any of this yet either with that limited amount of funds they have. Congratulations, guys, for getting as far as you have. I think this is fantastic. I think you guys are close, but I think you need to do something else. Everyone know what I'm going to say? Founded in November 2016, Atlis Motor Vehicles officially incorporated. They've been on all sorts of truck magazines. They got videos. The website's great. Financial transparency. And you can dig into this a little bit more, but it just kind of is what it is. So you guys know I'm going to say this. They need to go the SPAC route. They need to go the SPAC route bad, because this thing could just bleed for years and years and years. And then it will just be some crap story that the little engine that never could. We don't want that. We just want the truck, dude. We understand you guys are probably going to lose some of the ownership of the business and all that. But dude, you're just going to have to swallow your pride, I think, because the deal is people want the truck, and we'd rather you have a small or piece of a monster business than have a full piece of not much at all other than this dream. We don't even have a real prototype yet, I'm not trying to be mean, guys, but dude, let's jump on this and get it done. And I think the best way to do that is via SPAC. As long as you can control the individuals in charge of the frontal face of the company, I think that you can be totally fine with SPACs. It has been proven multiple times that if you've got a banging product and you just, mind your P's and Q's, you're good. They do very, very, very well, even after it's done. Congratulations for getting this far, but we want to keep it going. So if you don't know, I did reach out to the guys over there on Twitter yesterday or day before, and I basically said, hey, you guys, are you open to the option of going to the SPAC? And he basically said, kinda. So he said, we've had multiple offers, basically. He said, basically, there's people coming in trying to do the SPAC deal with them, but it sounds like they're still kind of on the fence about it. But he didn't totally rule it out and said never, but he said at this exact time, not really, but we have talked to people about it, and it seems like it's kind of in the background. Obviously, what they're going for is they're just hoping that people are just going to come in and get this thing to, what was it, 40 million to get there. Chances are, even when you get to the 40 million, though, you're going to need even more money. No matter what, you're always going to need more money, And a SPAC could easily throw down 100 million like that, or whatever, more to buy in and get a percent, however you guys are going to structure it. But that's what I think, man. I would just hate to see this cool of a truck never get actually brought to production. We're already, a year out until we can even get close to a rolling real model of it. I just hope y'all look at those options a little bit harder and give the people what they want, which is the actual truck. What do you guys think? Can you think of another way, or do you think that they'll actually hit the 40 million? I don't know how long this has been going, by the way. I don't know how fast they raised this extra million here, but they've already done the crowdfunding. They've been successful, but I don't know. I think also the teams, even like the Hennessy guys, or that new Hennessy one that's coming out, the new hold, right? That one, the ex-Hennessy guys would be perfect for them. Or GIH, Juniper Holdings, it'd be perfect for that because they're good with the industrial stuff. The dudes have been in that type of business forever. They could help and bring this thing up and just make it massive. This could be an actual front runner, something dope. You know, these guys seem like they're doing it correctly and all that. So, any other plays anybody want me to take a look at? Please put it down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do it. You know, it helps out the channel. If you haven't gone on our Patreon, please do that. You can sign up, and I'm giving you last minute cool charts and giving you videos a little bit early. Sometimes even before the ads hit, you can watch them. So, you know, that helps out too. But I'm going to keep building that up, and we'll keep adding stuff here and there. But thank you, everybody, for watching the video, and we'll see you out there tomorrow.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.